Namaste, yogis. I hope this video finds you well. We are continuing our exploration of our inner warrior through Vīrabhadrā, the fierce avatar warrior of Shiva in Hatha Yoga and in Primal Movement. In previous videos, we have explored the stationary warriors in Hatha Yoga like Vīrabhadrasana 1, 2, 3, and so on. And we've also explored a few of the Primal Movement warriors, which each have their own flow. Primal Movement, created by the amazing Liz Arch, is a fully embodied movement practice that weaves together yoga asana, martial arts, and self-healing qigong. And we tap into our primal power to ignite the light within. The light is our chi, our prana, our vital life force energy, our internal medicine. In today's video, we are tapping into the balancing warrior. This flow is associated with the element of wood in the Chinese 5-element theory. Wood is about sprouting, birthing, it's regenerative, it's about having clear vision and rising, standing tall in self-respect with grace, being able to bend and sway and weather any storm like bamboo or a palm tree in a hurricane. So join me today. You may need a blanket for tender knees as we tap into our primal power and balance with clear vision, rising in grace. All right, let's get lit. All right, yogis, join me in the opening stance of Primal Movement, known as Wuji stance, the empty stance, the void. So we let everything go as we arrive into the present moment. Let's give a little shimmy shake, open up the joints, create a little buoyancy. And then finding that slight bend in the knee, fan out the toes, suction cup the feet, and flare the arms a little bit so there's space in the armpit. We're lining head over heart, heart over pelvis, and we're going to draw the chin back and tilt the tailbone, creating length in the back of the neck and the low back. Find center of foot. And as you find a focal point known as the drishti, where the gaze goes, attention flows, and where attention flows, your life force goes. Find that spot and soften your gaze. Start to cultivate Ujjayi pranayama, that oceanic wave-like yogic breath. As you drag the breath gently along the back of the nose and the throat, you're creating that hushing quality that sounds like seashells on the ears, and that brings the mind down into the body. And as you soften the lips, the tongue, and the jaw, breathe nice and deep, feeling the ribs expand on your inhale and soften on your exhale. Expanding inhale, soften exhale. Let's come into the practice as one. Exhale fully. Dragging breath, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Good. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll come into the tapping practice. Twisting to your left, cup the hands, tap the waist, turn to the other side and tap. Now, what is known as knocking at the door of life, this practice here, as we tap and call forth our inner medicine, our chi, the legs from the ground up are leading this movement and the arms are the end result. So see if you can turn the waist from the feet and tap in a way that feels good for you. I like a firm tap as I wake up my chi. I feel more when I'm finished. I like to feel really effervescent and sparkly and lit. Ribs. Continue the deep breath. If you'd like to twist and look over the shoulder, you can. For people like me who get vertigo really easy, and I do, I stay with my eyes on my focal point, where my drishti lies. Lung and kidney points. Really turning that navel center as you breathe deeply through the nose. You can flutter the lips, creating a little bit of horse breath to release tension in the lips, the jaw, and even the throat. Swallow gently. So sounding is welcome. Ribs. So you can ah, you can om, anything to clear, big sighs, a moan. Anything to open up that throat chakra so that the breath can travel. Hips. Good. Slow it down. And shake it out. Let's take the right index finger into your belly button. The ring finger will find what is known as the Sea of Yin, or the lower dantian. And with a loose wrist and a firm belly like a drum, we knock at the door of life, waking up our chi. So the chi and the lower dantian are about 3 inches inward and about 2 to 3 inches down from your navel center. So tap in a way that vibration would go in about 3 inches. Strong feet, deep breath. We let the left arm rise and we tap up our left side body. And the back of the fist, the back of the hand goes into the armpit. In acupuncture, this is called heart 1. Let's flip the palm and we're going to circle the breast 2 times as we tap. So tapping is preventative measures for things like breast cancer in both men and women. Let's tap down our inner arm line, going down nice and slow. So as we tap down the arm, we're also tapping down the meridians of the lung and large intestines. Go to the palm of the hand. This point is your pericardium. So as we're tapping these lines of energy. In yoga, these are called nadis. And that in Sanskrit translates to little rivers. Flip the palm. Now we go up heart and small intestines, up the back of the arm. You can lower it and go to your gallbladder channel. So the wood element, which we are working with today, is associated with gallbladder and liver. And this is part of our gallbladder channel where we can carry the weight of the world. Let's cross the collarbone. We're going to come to the central column. We go down through the middle dantian at the heart, back down to where we began at the lower dantian. We slow it down and peel off that energy and flick it away. Pause and feel. You might feel a little vibration, a little effervescence. That is your chi. Left index finger into the belly button. The ring finger finds that Sea of Yin, and belly firm like a drum, knocking at the door of your internal medicine, your power, your light, waking up that chi. Right arm rises. We're going to tap up the right side body, up the ribs, and the back of the hand goes into that heart 1 point. So again, as I said, we tap points and lines of energy, or tributaries, if you will, that are associated with organs in the body. Flip the palm. We're going to circle that breast 2 times. Big deep breaths here as we wake up our body, preparing for movement. We go down lung and large intestine meridian to the pericardium in the palm of the hand. And once you understand the tapping sequence and you have it memorized, you can slow it down. You can go and tap up and down one part of the body that needs it the most. You can speed it up and it becomes an exercise in and of itself. Flip the palm, lower the arm as we travel up heart and small intestines to gallbladder. And remember, gallbladder is about digestion. So sometimes we're digesting things that are challenging, not just food, but what we have through the eyes, the ears, the skin, the nose, digesting the world. And this can weigh heavy on our shoulders. Let's cross those collarbones. We're going to come back to the Sushumna Nadi, down through the middle dantian, back down where we began, slow it down, and peel it off. Let's widen the feet. We're going to hinge from the hip crease. And let's make the OK symbol with the hands, and the backs of the hands tap the kidneys, the batteries of our bodies. Hug the belly into support. Knees are wide, feet are strong, and breath is deep. Now the kidneys can be very tender, so just be mindful of how you tap. And then let's turn the fist forward and we tap the glutes. This is also gallbladder meridian. I used to get migraines all the time in college, and if I saw an acupuncturist, they would put the needles in the gallbladder meridians, and that would take my migraine away. So gallbladder down the outer leg line. So the needles would go down my legs, on the outside of my legs, and also in the shoulders where we just were. Squat deep from the hips, press the legs out, circle to the inseam, and we go up the liver meridian, which is also coming up that inner leg line, also associated with element of wood. Let's go to the bikini area and bend, tap, bend, tap. So again, tapping is preventative measures. Cancer here in both men and women. The second chakra, our libido, our creative center. And this is just waking up that area. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Let's take the hands on the hips and we're going to circle the hips. So the wood element has to do with the inner and outer leg line, the big toe and the pinky toe meridians that run through there. Reverse your circles. So balancing warrior. Lots of balance and strengthening feet. Let's come center. We're going to step the feet together. We're going to interlace the fingers, roll the wrists to get a little synovial fluid moving, and then reverse it. Shake it out, roll the shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and then roll them forward. 3, 2, 1. Open the feet hip distance, drunk hips, my favorite. Bend the knees a little bit and really feel how you disperse the weight on your feet from pinky to big toe and how you travel. Reverse it. Good. Hands on hips. Reach the right foot forward and we're going to point and flex. Point and flex. Foot turns in and out, in and out. Circle 1, 2, 3. Reverse it. 1, 2, and 3. Give a little shimmy shake and we're going to switch. Left foot point and flex. Point and flex. Foot turns in and out, in and out. Circle 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, and 3. Give a little shimmy shake. Open up the legs back to a Wu-Ji position and big time shake. So lifting both heels, we thud at the same time. We're not alternating as we come into shaking down the tree. I would say this is my favorite part of primal movement practice, opening sequence, because this puts me into direct connection with my chi. In yoga, this is called prana. I like to call it the light because I am so lit up after I do this. You can come off the ground as well. So shaking down the tree works in 2 different directions. You can get really amped up with it. If you're feeling stuck and stagnant or your emotions are heavy, that's when you want to get really animated and get yourself out of a state of freeze or stuck, right? Maybe you're feeling a little overheated, right? We're working with liver and gallbladder. It's associated with heat and symptoms in the body like acid reflux, heartburn, and heat rises, red eyes. And we're trying to clear that out of the body through sweat, shaking, and breath. So again, shaking down the tree can wake us up, and it can also help us relax after a stressful situation. So animals in the wild, when they've escaped a predator, or let's say your dog just went through the fireworks ceremony on July 4th, and they're trembling, right? They're getting all that fear out of the body so they don't create dis-ease by keeping it in. So get everything off that back. And again, sounding. This really opens up the body and prepares us for movement, getting the chi flowing through the body on the nadis and on the breath. Typically, shaking down the tree is done anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. We're not doing that. But in this moment, feel how this lights up the soles of the feet, the ankles, and the calves. And then it works its way up through the body. Notice if you're kind of shrugging, alternating, or falling forward. Try to stay over center. Loose limbs. We're here for 3, 2, and then feel. Back to Wu-Ji where we began. Big inhale, dragging breath, Ujjayi. Audible exhale. Give me 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. 1 more. Good. Inhale, pulling down the sky. We're going to take the arms out to the sides. Shrug the shoulders, fingertips turn in, and then exhale, long neck as we ground that energy down into Mama Earth. Inhale, arms rise, strong feet, long waist. Fingertips turn in, pull it down to Mama Earth, long neck. 1 more time, inhale. It's like a big energetic boundary bubble around yourself, like a lightning bug. Exhale. Good. Let's take the hands to heart center. We're going to step to the top of the mat. Ground your feet. So plant the big toe, liver meridian. Fan out the toes. Feel the pinky toe press and then lift the arches. We're going to tilt the tailbone to the ground and focus on drawing the quads up to support the knee. And give yourself a strong base for balance. Crown of head is rising. Remember, the wood element is about sprouting, birthing after planting seeds, growing tall like bamboo or your favorite tree you could imagine. Good. Coming into this moment, if you'd like to create an intention around your inner warrior, take that now and breathe into your intention. Good. Let's take a big inhale and exhale, send it out. Lower the arms in Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to spiral the biceps out as we hug the ribs in. Chin moves in and back. Reach for the ground and feel the length in the neck. Remember, we're stretching that gallbladder channel there in the trapezius, the muscles on either side of the neck, growing tall with solid, strong feet. Exhale fully. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, biceps rise to the ears. The pinkies turn inward and there's a slight press out as you reach for the sky. Feel the space on either side of the neck. Fingertips turn back out and exhale, coming back down. Biceps spiral out, thumb out. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, long neck as you bring the arms down. Inhale, this time as you rise, maybe you look up and touch your prayer. Exhale, bend the knees a little as you dive down and bow the head in, Uttanasana. Look between the knees, shake the head yes and no. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lean into the toes, stretching the calves, suction cup the feet. Exhale, bow and fold in and press the ground. Inhale with a flat back, rise all the way to stand prayer touch. Exhale, long neck as you bring prayer to heart center. Samastitihi, new present moment. Inhale, arms rise, prayer touch. Exhale, we dive down, press the fingers as we fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your plank, lower the knees for cat-cow. Spread the fingers, find your gecko hands, your tiger paws, your talons. And inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, press the paws into the ground, round in and look at the navel. Inhale, arching. Exhale, press. 1 more time. Inhale, arch. And exhale, press. Good. Let's come center. We're going to bring the knees and feet to touch. Point the toes. Turn the hands out to the sides. Grab the floor with your paws. Shift forward. Look up. Press down and away and feel the spread in the upper back as if you could rip your mat in half. Now, as you keep the chin lifted, dip the hips side to side and dig your fingers into the ground to protect your wrist. We're staying out of the pinky side of the wrist and staying in the inner webbing of first finger and thumb. Flutter lips when you feel the teeth clenching. Come center. Shake out one hand, back to center, shake out the other. We're going to extend the right toes back, slide them in an inch, and then start to press back, back, back. Again, getting into the big toe and the pinky toe. Warming up wrists, palms and fingertips, as well as toes, sole of foot, Achilles, and calf. Now keep this long line of energy happening from the heel to the crown of the head. Pull your rib cage in and pause. Now, as you grip the floor with the right hand, we're going to lift the right leg, turn the toes inward, and then the left thumb rises and your bicep goes to the ear. Here we are in extended table. Give me 3 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale, belly draws in. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, bring it all back in. Extend the left leg, slide it in an inch, and then press back, back, back. So wrapping your elbows back and your bicep forward, notice how this creates space in that gallbladder channel right here. Good. Press, get the toes, get the feet, get the ankles warmed up as well as wrists and hands. Belly draws in. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift that back leg. Everything draws in here in the core. Right arm rises, thumb is up. And you're playing tug of war with your waist. Inhale 1. Chin tucks in and back with the ribs. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, lower everything. Take a curled toe bow, lift your wrists, and look at the knees. We're going to pull the ribs in, stretching the back body, and press back so we're getting into the webbing of toes, and just sway the hips side to side like a cat that's going to pounce on something. Again, just getting into all of the meridians there in the plantar fascia, sole of foot, as well as where toes attach to foot. Good. Come to center. We're going to shift forward and come into our first downward facing dog. Open up the feet. Again, watch your toes. Fan them out. Take up space with the feet. Fan the fingers, grabbing the floor. Pull the front ribs in. We're going to bend the left knee and send the right heel to the floor and press evenly, bringing the chest toward the legs. And ears line up with your biceps. Tuck the chin in and back and make sure that right knee has a slight bend in it. Take a big inhale. Exhale fully. Switch the legs. Right knee bends. Left heel descends. Press evenly through the hands. Press down and away, finding that long line of energy from tail to crown. Now, gripping the floor, slowly pedal the feet and wrap your elbows down to the edges of the mat. Biceps spiral up. Feel how that opens up your upper back where it connects to shoulders and back of neck. Let's shift forward to plank pose. Again, wrap those elbows back. Pull those ribs in and flex the heels away from crown of head. Give me 3 breaths here as we continue warming up our body. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, shift forward, lower to the belly, point the toes, sway the hips, slide the hands to the low ribs. Inhale to a gentle upward dog, press the shoulders back, curl the toes under, and make your way to full downward facing dog. As you bend the knees, grabbing the floor, pressing all 10 knuckles, keep the upper body still and just sway the hips and feel the outer leg line light up, and also feel how shoulders connect to ribs and waist. Settle, give me 3 more breaths, wrap those elbows down and push through the hands and take more weight into the legs to take pressure off your wrists. Inhale 1, exhale, work those legs. Inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3. Exhale, pedal the feet, walk the feet to the hands, toes spread and touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow, fold in. With a flat back, rise all the way to stand prayer touch. Exhale, fold right back down and bow the head in as hands touch. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward. Exhale, step back to your plank. Shift forward and lower Chaturanga. Inhale to a cobra or an upward dog. You can lower the knees, move through a bow or over the toes. downward facing dog. Let's open up the hips, step the feet together, right leg rises, drop the outer hip, bend the standing leg, and lift that right leg, getting into the outer leg line of the gallbladder channel in the standing leg. Here we are in three-legged dog for 3. Unclenching jaw 2. And 1. Point the top foot, lift high onto the bottom tiptoes, bend the right leg, bring it to the nose, and then step the foot forward, lower the back knee, and point the toe. Inhale, arms rise to the ears in a low lunge position. And here we are opening up the front hip before we come into our balancing warrior flow. Take a big inhale here, and then exhale, place the hands on either side of the front foot and sit the hips back and lift the toes into half Hanumanasana. Press the heel into the floor, have a soft bend in the knee for 3, for 2, and 1. Now we're going to go back and forth on the breath. Bend the front leg, sweep the arms up on the inhale. Exhale, hands come down. We sit it back and toes lift. Inhale, rising. Exhale, descending. One more time like this. Inhale. Exhale. Half Hanuman hold. Press, press, press. Soft bend in the knee. Toes to face. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. As we bend the front knee and the hands frame the foot, we're going to lift the back foot, reach back, grab the foot, and pause here. So we're stretching the quad. Because balancing warrior, we need an open quadricep if we're going to flex the foot and extend it forward. You'll see what I mean shortly. Now, this may feel good if you need blocks or a strap, take it. If you can raise up, grab the other foot, hug your elbows toward one another, and the ribs hug in. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Place the hands on either side of the foot as you release. Curl your back toes under and lift the back knee. Coming into a high lunge, ground your feet, fly your arms back like wings, and the palms face one another. Exhale fully. Inhale, sweep the arms up, biceps to the ears, hug the ribs in, and give me 3 breaths here in your Anjaneyasana. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor, step to your plank, shift forward, lower chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Step the feet together, that left leg rises. Drop the outer hip so you're really coiling in from that inner thigh. Bend the standing leg, ears are in line with the biceps. Take a big inhale through the nose. Point the top foot, bend the knee, and then bring that left knee to the nose as you lift high up on the right tiptoes. Kick the foot forward, lower the back knee, and point the toe. Inhale, rising biceps to ears, and immediately grounding feet and hugging inward. Good. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Shift your hips back and lift your toes. Press down, half Hanuman. Soft bend in this knee right here. Good. Exhale fully. Flossing the hip, bend, sweep the arms up, activate legs. Inhale, so we're not just collapsing, yeah? Exhale, shift back, half Hanuman. 2 more. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. 1 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, half Hanuman, hold. That slight bend, toes to face, press straight down with your heel as you lift the heart. Chin in and back with the ribs. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. As we exhale and shift forward, rebending the knee, reach back and grab the foot with the left hand, pause. Right hand can stay down here as we stretch the quad, or you can come up and grab the back foot with the right hand as well. Hug ribs and elbows in, opening the chest, and give me 3 breaths here as you draw your chin in and back. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, the right hand comes down. We release and curl the back toes under. Left hand frames the foot. We lift the back knee, fly the arms back like wings, and exhale fully. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the ears for crescent pose position, Anjaneyasana. We're going to pull the ribs in, continue stretching the front right hip flexor and strengthening our glute. Suction cup your feet. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Step back to your plank, grabbing the floor. Shift forward, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. All right, give me 3 breaths here. Wrap those elbows down as we prepare to come into our balancing warrior flow. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, pedal the feet, walk the feet to the hands, toes spread and touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow and fold in. With a flat back, we rise all the way to stand. Urdhva Hastasana, prayer touch. Samastitihi, prayer to heart center, remembering the intention. All right, let's prepare for balancing warrior. Suction cup the feet and pause and feel the roots of your legs going down into the earth. And remember, as we rise out of adversity with clear vision, softening our eyes, we're rising like bamboo. So feel this fluidity, and we're trying to release tension. So find softness in this balancing flow. From here, we're going to take the arms straight up into Urdhva Hastasana and make fists. Shift the weight into the left leg, and as you bring your fists to the hips, palms facing up, lift the right leg. Bring your left arm up in a 90-degree position so it looks like your leg. The palm faces to the right in a blade form. Take a big inhale here, and then exhale. We're going to flip the palm forward by the shoulder. We're going to kick the leg, and we're going to press the left hand out in a stop position. This is my boundary. Now turn that palm, make a fist. As you bring the fist and rebend the knee, bring the right arm up in the 90-degree position. Turn the front hand. Exhale, pressing to a warrior 3. Stop. Pull the ribs in. Turn the palm like you're going to shake hands. Make a fist. Coming to stand. Rebend elbow and the knee rises, and we're back to our first position. Again, left arm rises in the 90-degree. Turn the palm. Inhale. Exhale, kick, press, stop. Shake hands. Pull the fist in, and the right arm rises as you rebend the knee. Turn the right hand, inhale. From the shoulder, press out and back to the warrior 3 position. Turn the right hand to shake hands. Rebend that elbow, bringing the knee. We rise to stand, fists are at the hips. Last time. I know you feel that left foot on fire. Left arm rises. Turn the palm. Exhale, press, stop. Hug this right elbow in. Turn the left hand. Draw knee and elbow in as right hand rises. Turn the palm. Exhale, press to stop. Holding here in the Warrior 3 position. 3, 2, 1. Turn that hand to shake hands. This time we reach back to the right corner of the mat. We make that vertical fist, and that fist rises to the sky, as if you were punching the sky, making a statement. Now from here, we're just going to add on a little twist. We're going to take that right elbow outside of the left knee. Make a flat hand with the left hand and place it on top of your fist. Lower the elbow. And as you press the knee and your right elbow together, look at the back elbow and make space in that gallbladder channel. Squeeze and coil from the inner thigh for 3, for 2, and 1. Look down. Bend the back knee to a twisting chair position. Hold 3, hold 2, and 1. Rise with the fist prayer. Pause and feel the heartbeat. And then regular prayer. Find your drishti. And as you do, feel both feet. Feel the difference in the feet. That left foot should be lit up. Teacher also did leg day at the gym this morning. Whew, feeling it. Breathe through the nose. Calm the breath. Let's do the other side. Exhale fully. Inhale, arms rise straight up. Make fists. As you lift the left leg, shift the weight into the right. Bending the knee, we bring it up and the fists come to the waist. You curl the wrists in, hug elbows toward one another. Lift the right arm with the bladed hand in a 90-degree position. Take a big inhale. We turn that hand, kick that foot, and press stop. Turn the hand to shake as we make the fist and rebend. Elbow comes in, left arm rises, blade, 90-degree angle. Take a big inhale. We flip the palm from the shoulder. We press to that Warrior 3, and the back foot is flexed. Turn the palm to shake hands. Make your fist rising to stand as the knee comes up. So does the right arm in the blade. Flip the palm on the inhale. Exhale, kick, press, stop. Shake hands. Make the fist. Elbow, knee comes in. Left hand rises. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press, Warrior 3, stop. So you see the boundaries. Shake hands. Elbow, knee comes up. Last one. Right arm rises. Inhale. Exhale, kick, press, stop. Make the fist as you turn the palm to shake hands. Elbow, knee comes in. Last time. Left arm, 90-degree angle with leg. Turn the palm. Exhale, press, stop. Hold in that Warrior 3. 3, 2, and 1. Turn the palm. Make a fist. Reach back for the left corner in a high lunge. Take the fist to the sky and feel the expression of your body. 3, 2, and 1. Adding on, we're going to just take a twist. Bring the elbow outside of the knee. Make a flat hand, place it on top of the fist, lower the back elbow, look toward that back elbow. Now really coil from the inner thigh for 3, for 2, and 1. Look down, bend the back knee, step to twisting chair, rise with the prayer fist, and then regular fist, feeling heart beat. Take a big inhale, audible exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up, prayer touch. Exhale, fold all the way down and in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your plank, shift forward and lower. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Lower the knees, curl the toes, lift those wrists, and take a bow. Good. Let's come to seated. We are going to sit with wide legs. You can lean back, hands are on the ground, and just flexing the feet. We're going to windshield wiper in a seated position. Opening up the hips, and then come center. I'll turn to the side so you can see. We're going to take the right ankle on top of the knee for a seated thread the needle. So you decide how close you want to be. You're going to walk the hands in first, lift the hips and bring it close to your heel, and then maybe walk the hands in again. And you can rock your legs like a baby if that feels good. And lift the chest. So come out of your cage like a turtle coming out of the shell. So notice if your neck just sunk into your collarbones, press and lift out of there. Chin tucks in and back. Give me 3 breaths here. Inhale 1. Exhale. Soften your jaw. Deepen the ujjayi. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Walk the hands back. We're going to shift the hips back, straighten the front leg, cross the knee. We're going to lift the arms and coming forward. Now, if shoelace pose is too much, you can take the arms behind, bow the head and look forward. Otherwise, cross right arm over left at the foot, flex the foot, and we're going to stay in the ardha, or the lifted position. So we're not folding fully in. We keep pressing down and lifting the heart up. So even if the hands are behind, there's this feeling of getting up and walking away. So we're really working the legs here. This leg here is relaxed completely. Inhale 1. Exhale. Soften the jaw. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. As we rise up, hands turn away from you, slide the foot down and tap out the backs of the legs. Again, meridians on the legs are just being released with the tapping. The more you tap, the more you can feel. 3, 2. Now feel the chi flow to the toes. That feels good. Rebend the knees, windshield wipers, flex the feet, try to keep the feet planted, just flossing the hip one more time. Good, come center. We're going to take the left ankle on top of the knee, walk the hands in, shift the hips forward, and then maybe walk them in again. As you flex the foot, you can rock your legs like a baby. Good. Give me 3 breaths here. And again, come out of the collarbones. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Walk the hands back. Lift the hips, sit back, straighten the front leg for your shoelace. Cross the leg, let it relax. And either hands are here lifting the heart, or we cross and we reach right arm, left arm on top, really drawing that pinky side of the foot back, gallbladder channel. Lift up and flex the toes and lower the shoulders. Inhale 1. Have a soft bend in that long right leg. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Good. Release. We lean back, slide the ankle down, and tap out the legs one more time. Good. Lift that chest. 3, 2, and relax. All right. Let's turn. We're going to cross the legs. Sukhasana, easy seat, heel in front of heel. You can sit on a block if that feels good. Let's keep the palms face down to ground our energy. Rising tall, sit bones root down, lengthen the waist, lengthen the neck, and feel the body like bamboo. So as we close our eyes and the drishti now goes to the third eye, soften the ujjayi to where it returns to a natural breath. Lining up head over heart, heart over pelvis. Swallow gently. As you return to natural breath, there should be space in the back molars. Lips are soft, jaw is soft. Let the hint of a smile come to the corners of the eyes and lips in an inner smile meditation. This is a Qigong practice. And as you lift the corners of the lips and eyes, notice the light that seems to exude from your face. Just emanating from your face. It's just a hint. As you root down with those sit bones, continue to rise, as if your spine was the stalk and your brain and your face that is emanating this light is the flower. And as you grow tall, take a big inhale through the nose and an audible sigh out without collapsing. Bring the hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra and feel the warmth of your practice and your presence in the prayer. Honoring your balancing warrior within, your ability to rise out of adversity with grace, with clear vision, like bamboo swaying in a storm. Inhale, prayer to the third eye, gazing upward, and exhale, bowing inward. Om Shanti Yogis, thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this warrior series. You can look for the next video where we discuss the astrological archetype of the warrior Aries and its ruling planet Mars in the first house. All right, yogis, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.